Hello everyone. I'm Kim Lee. Uh, we're gonna have we're gonna have the week 3 class today. So we're gonna learn about some global e-business and collaboration. So this is the second chapter of the textbook, and we have learned in previous lecture. We learned about why are information systems so essential for running business, and what exactly is an information system, and how the business solve some problems using the information systems, and what information systems skills and knowledge can be helpful to your business careers. So today we're gonna learn about these 4 topics. So these are the learning objectives of second chapter. So one major features of a business are important for understanding the role of information systems, and how do systems serve different management groups in a business, and how do systems that link the enterprise improve organizational performance. Why are systems for collaboration and social business so important, and what technologies do they use? What is the role of the information systems function in a business? So today's opening example is about the company named Sharp Corporation. So Sharp Corporation is a Japanese multinational corporation that manufactures and sells many kinds of telecommunications equipment or electric and electronic equipment. So it has diverse product lineup, including printing devices, calculators, radios, microwave ovens, and sensors. And actually, many Korean students are familiar with this company. We all of us maybe have some experiences of using the electronic dictionary. That is one of the representative electronic devices the Sharp Corporation have sold. So actually, Sharp is a global corporation. It has more than 50,000 employees in the world. However, this company had some problems with their business processes and their competition environment. They had hierarchical top-down business processes and organizational culture. So it means that the orders of managers came down from the top, the management side, to the down to the below of the management level, maybe rank and file employees. So actually, employees, it is not very easy for the employees to share their opinions to the managers in this kind of hierarchical organizational cultures. So it may hamper the efficiency of the business processes. So it is one of the major problems that most of traditional companies have, and there were some new Asian competitors, maybe between 2000 and 2010. There are so many competitors of Sharp corporations, such as Samsung, LG, Sony, or Toshiba. Many Asian companies, Asian electronic equipment companies, have emerged from that period. So Sharp had to find some solutions to make their business more efficient and make more profits against such kind of new competitors. And so this company, the Sharp Corporation, decided to change the way it worked. So they wanted to change their business processes and organizational culture. So Sharp had introduced some information systems where employees and managers could share ideas and opinions freely. So this company selected Microsoft Yammer as its main information technologies to solve its business problems. So Microsoft Yammer is one of the social networking platform services. So it is enterprise social networking platform for internal business use. So Yammer can be used in an organization, and it has some features to have the business more efficiency and have sharing some opinions among the people in the organization. So it provides some tools to collaborate as group and share documents and provide newsfeed, and Microsoft Yammer also has some features to provide people dictionary to search people's contact information, skills, and expertise. And this service is web-based, so every person in an organization can access the Yammer through their mobile phone or their computer. And the Yammer can be integrated with SharePoint and or Microsoft Office. So it can provide many features to collaborate with many people in other departments in an organization. So the use of Microsoft Yammer improved the flow of information between managers, especially the senior management, and rank and file ordinary employees. So through this technology, the people in the Sharp Corporation can have conversations among different departments and different regions. So they can learn about some activities in other departments throughout the company. And also the department leaders can use these kind of technologies to solicit ideas from their staff on how to use the latest technologies. And Sharp Corporation incorporates these kind of feedbacks derived from the conversations among different departments into product development and company policies. So it made some cultural changes in Sharp Corporation, and the Sharp can improve their efficiency and effectiveness of business processes by using the Microsoft Yammer. So this diagram shows how much a business firm today this example shows how much a business firm today relies on the information systems to improve their performance and can remain competitiveness. And this diagram shows how the Sharp Corporation used the information systems to solve their business problems. So they had some problems with hierarchical top-down processes and culture, and about new competitors. Actually, Sharp Corporation is one of the knowledge-intensive technologies. So because it was electronic, it sells electronic devices and some telecommunications equipment. So this kind of industry is knowledge intensive. So this company highly depends on innovation. So the firms that depends on innovation has to make many kinds of collaborations and many conversations between the people in the organization, because innovation can be derived from such kind of collaborations and the sharing ideas and sharing opinions. But the Sharp Corporation had hierarchical top-down processes, so it was a major problem for such kind of knowledge-intensive technology firm. So these were the business problems the Sharp Corporation have faced, and this company decided to adopt new information technologies to move from this hierarchical corporate knowledge and work environment to more democratized organization. So the use of the information systems, which based on the Microsoft Yammer, there is now more effective sharing of employee knowledge company, and this company has become more innovative and productive. Actually, new technology alone not enough to solve these kind of problems. To make the solutions effective, it has to change. The company has to change its organizational cultures and business processes first, and new information technologies can make these changes possible. So so I think the most important things for adopting this kind of information systems is the willingness of the management. So the managers, the senior, especially senior managers in Sharp Corporation, identified the exact problems of the company, and the managers have some willingness to change their business processes and organizational culture to more democratized and uh, and and they want to and they want their employees to share freely their opinions. So this willingness is the important things when some when a company try to adopt this kind of information systems. Okay, these are the findings from the opening example. So the use of new information systems can improve the company's performance and remain competitive. And this example demonstrates the importance of teamwork and collaboration to innovation and profit growth, especially for such kind of knowledge-intensive industry. And it illustrates importance of organizational culture and business processes for knowledge dissemination. So we're gonna discuss today. We're gonna discuss what comprise a business, such as business functions or business processes, and what is the role of information systems in business, and what are representative systems for business processes. So throughout this lecture, we will learn about the details in the information systems and the business processes we have discussed in the opening example throughout this lecture. So we have to firstly define what is the business. The business is defined as formal organization that makes products or provides a service in order to make a profit. Actually, business firm want to sell their products or services at a price greater than the cost of production of such kind of products or services. So customers are willing to pay this price when they believe they can get greater value than or equal the price. So the profit can be made from this point. So the business firms focus on how to make products or how to provide a service in lower cost and how can get more profit from the customers with higher price. So how can make the customers believe that there is more values in the products or services compared to the cost of the production. So basically, business firms purchase inputs and resources from other larger environments, such as suppliers, and they transformed these inputs by adding value to them in the production processes. So even non-profit firms and government agencies, which do not operate to generate a profit, they follow the same process. So they consume some resources and inputs, and they add values, and they deliver value-added outputs to their maybe consumers or users And there are 4 basic business functions. So basically, every business firm has this kind of basic functions. So manufacturing and production, sales and marketing, finance and accounting, and human resources. So manufacturing and productions is about an arrangement of people, machines, processes that will produce the product or service. And sales and marketing is about they attract the people in the sales and marketing department attract customers, sell product, and keep track of some issues with the customer services such as warranty and maintenance. And the people in the finance and accounting department keep track of financial transactions such as orders, invoices, or payroll. And the human resources is about recruiting, hiring, training, and retaining employees. So even small firms require these basic 4 functions. And if you run a small company, maybe you have to perform all of these functions yourself. So this is the basic ones. And there are more than these kind of functions in the big companies. And most of big companies use maintain the departments of operating these kind of functions, business functions. So there exists manufacturing and production department and sales department, marketing department, such like that, and so on. And also there are some basic business entities related to the basic business functions. So there are suppliers, customers, employees, and invoices, payments, and products and services. So these entities comprise a business, and business firms have to deal with many kinds of business functions or operations related to each entity. So they have to, as I mentioned in the previous lecture, they have to maintain good relationships with suppliers or customers, and they have to train or hire good employees, and provide some benefits, employee benefits, to maintain the quality of employees. And also they have to control and maintain some invoices and payments. So these are one of the most important things the business to focus on, and products and services as well. So these 4 basic business functions and 5 basic business entities comprise one business firm. Okay, and let's go through more closely to the each business function. So first one is manufacturing and production function. So this manufacturing and production is responsible for producing the firm's goods, products, and services. So this kind of department deal with some planning, development, and maintenance of production facilities, and establishment of production goals, and acquisition, storage, and availability of production materials. So the table below demonstrate the example of manufacturing and production information systems for each major organizational group. So it shows what system what system is used, what is the system, and who will use the system. So first one, there is a machine control. There can be a machine control system. So it controls the actions of machines. So the operational management use this kind of system to check the status of production tasks, and the production planning system decides when and how many products must be produced, and this kind of information system is used by the middle management to analyze and monitor costs and resources for manufacturing and production. And there is facilities locations system. It decides where to locate new production or whether to invest in new manufacturing technology or facilities. This kind of information systems are used by the senior management. They have to plan, they have to establish long-term plans and strategies. So where to locate new production facilities is one of the kinds of long-term strategy business plans. So this system is used by the senior management. So this is an example of manufacturing and production information system. So it is an inventory control system. Most companies use some sort of inventory control systems for manufacturing and production function. So there are some basic data about each item. So it includes item code, description, and units on hand, units on order, and reorder point. So this kind of data are stored in a master file, inventory master file. And this inventory control system controls and keeps track of changes in the number of units for each item from the shipment and order information. And it tracks number of units decreased when the items are shipped or purchased, or number of units replaced by reordering or returns. So the managers use these kind of information systems to estimate the number of items to reorder and calculate the least expensive quantity to reorder. And also, these inventory control systems can produce reports about the number of each item available in inventory or to reorder, a number of items that must be replaced. So this is the example of such kind of report about inventory status. So managers can see how well production is going and whether production rates and inventory management meet their business plan by from this kind of report. So this information system can improve the efficiency of the manufacturing and production function in a business firm. And the sales and marketing function are responsible for selling the firm's products or services. So marketing department deals with the identification of customers and their needs, or advertising and promotion. And the sales department deals with contact with customers, selling products, taking orders, and following up on sales, such as customer services. So the table below is the example of sales and marketing information system. So the operational management and some of the employees use the order processing system. So this system can process and track orders and provide some customer service. And middle management use pricing analysis system. So to determine prices for products and services. So this can be done by analyzing advertising performance, pricing decisions, sales performance. And the senior management use sales trend forecasting systems to prepare 5-year sales forecast. This can be done by monitoring trends in new products and sales opportunities, planning for new products and services, and monitor some competition environment. This is the example of such kind of information system. This is a sales information system. So maybe the retailer store companies have used this kind of information systems. So sales information system can manage general information about sales. So the data about the item number or item description, color, size, unit price, unit sold, and date, such kind of data are stored in the sales master file. And the system updates this kind of information about sales and send this data to other related systems, such as inventory management system or production management systems. So it generates sales reports as well. So this is the example of sales report. So we can see what item have been sold at what price, and the total sales of each item. So from this kind of report, the managers can track such kind of sales information, and they can forecast some trends in sales, and they can identify the hot item which have been repeatedly sold. So they can establish some sales plans for the future period. Okay. And the finance and accounting function. Finance function is responsible for managing the firm's financial assets to maximize the return on investment. So the financial assets includes cash, stocks, bonds, and other investments. And on the other hand, the accounting function is responsible for maintaining and managing the firm's financial records to account the flow of funds. So the financial records include receipts, payments, depreciations, and payroll. So these two functions share some related problems. So how to keep track of firms' financial assets or financial records or fund flows, and what is current status of financial assets, and what records exist for receipts, payments, depreciations, and payables. So below is the example of finance and accounting information system. So the operational management use accounts receivable system to track money owed the firm. So they use this system to track the flow of fund in the firm through some transactions, such as paychecks or payments to suppliers and receipts. And the middle management use budgeting system to prepare short-term budgets so they can oversee and control firm's financial resources. The senior management use profit planning system to plan long-term profits, and they can establish investment goals or provide long-range forecasts of financial performance. So this is the example of finance and accounting information system. This is an accounts receivable system. So it keeps track of what customers who have made purchase on credit owe to a company. So account receivable means the money that a company is owed by its customers for products or services. So some of customers pay immediately in cash, but others granted credit. So they buy some products first and they pay later. So this can be possible if they have some credit ratings. So they can the company believe this customer will pay on these products later by their credits. So so the company have to manage and have to maintain this kind of accounts receivable exactly, so that they can know when the payment has to be made, and they can collect some kind of receivables at a glance. So they have to use this kind of information systems to track and collect the monies that they are owed by their customers. So this system records each invoice in the master file. This master file also contains customer information such as name, address, credit rating, credit limit, or days late, such kind of information. So this system keeps track of all the bills outstanding and can produce output reports to help the business collect the bills. So this is the example of the account receivable aging report. So as you can see, there are the customers. Actually, this kind of transaction are occurred between the business and business, the B2B transactions. So actually, ordinary customers do not have some do not purchase on their credit. So maybe they can use credit card, but that is the transaction between the production company and the credit card company. And customers just pay with their credit card, and actually this kind of accounts receivable is more frequently occurred between the business and business, B2B. Okay, so as you can see in this report, there are some customers, there are some other companies, and they have some accounts receivable on the Focal company, and sometimes they cannot pay at the right time, so there can be some receivables in after the due date. So this kind of information have to be exactly and timely recorded. So these information systems plays important role in this kind of business processes. Okay, and the last one is human resource function. So this function is responsible for attracting, developing, and maintaining the firm's workforce. So it deals with identification of potential employees and maintenance of records on existing employees and creation of programs to develop employees' talents and skills. So, for example, the operational management use the training and development system. So they use information systems to track employee training, skills, and performance appraisals. And the middle management use compensation analysis systems to monitor the range and distribution of employee wages, salaries, and benefits. And senior management can use some resource planning system to plan the long-term labor force needs of the organization. So they identify the manpower requirements, such as skills, educational background, educational level, and types of positions, number of positions, and costs for meeting the firm's long-term business plans. So this is an example of human resources information systems on employee record keeping system. So this kind of system maintains basic employee data such as name, address, age, some gender, marital status, address, educational background, salary, such like that. And this system can produce some various reports about the human resources. For example, lists of newly hired employees, employee classifications, or job performance evaluations, some employees who are terminated on or on leaves of absence. So such systems are typically designed to provide data that can satisfy federal and state record keeping requirements for equal employment opportunity. So this means that most governments wants the companies to maintain some level of employment opportunity to as many as people. So some governmental policies are established to give equal opportunities people in the country. So maybe you heard about some there are some regulations on the proportion of female employees or proportion of people with disability in a company. So these kind of regulations are established to give equal opportunities to the people in the country. So the companies have to satisfy these requirements, so they manage their employment status by using these kind of information systems to meet the requirements of the government. And this is the report example of the termination of the employees. So there are some employees who terminate their work, and maybe there are some reasons of their termination. So some of the employees are retired, or some of the employees left company and hired another company, and some of the employees, their position are eliminated. So these kind of reasons actually are very important to manage the human resources. So today, in these days, as I think I mentioned before, some AI solutions, some companies developed the AI solutions to extract what are the reasons of the termination of employees, and they use that kind of information to manage their employees and improve their human resources plans and strategies to lower the termination rate of the employees. So it is kind of one of important numbers the companies cares about. So they have to reduce the number of the employees leaving the company. So they have invested a lot of some monies to develop this kind of information technologies to manage their human resources efficiently. Okay, then we can move to the business processes part. Business processes are defined as logically related set of tasks that define how specific business tasks are performed. So it is about the tasks each employee performs, in what order and on what schedule. For example, how will customer orders be fulfilled, or how will vendor bills be paid? Such kind of process is the business process. So the business process consists of business tasks, and a business process can be included in another business process. It can be subset of another business process. So every business can be seen as a collection of these kind of business processes. So these are the examples of business processes for each functional area. So a functional area means the the four basic business functions. So for manufacturing and production function, there can be some business processes such as assembling the product, checking for quality, and producing bills of materials. And for sales and marketing function, some identification of customers and making customers aware of the product or selling the product. Such kind of business processes can be operated by the sales and marketing department. And as well, the finance and accounting function and human resources function can include some business processes such as paying credits or hiring employees. So these kind of business processes comprise each functional areas. So we have to look into more closely to the business processes for each functional areas. Actually, some of the business processes have to be performed not only in a functional area, but it has to be performed across multiple functional areas. These kind of processes require coordination across many departments. So, for example, the business process of fulfilling a customer order, it can be seen as quite simple process, but we need to know there exist more detailed and somewhat complicated processes in there. So, for example, maybe once a customer orders some products, the sales department receives the order, and they submit the order to accounting department to ensure customer can pay the order, and the accounting department check the credit of the customer and approve the credits. And the manufacturing and production department pull the product from inventory or produce one item for the product, and the products need to be shipped to the customers. So at this point, the company most of company works with other firms, logistics firms, to shipping to the shipment of the products. And the accounting department generates bill or invoice for the order. And then the sales department prepare customer service, so such as answering calls or fulfilling warranty claims. So actually, this kind of complicated series of business processes are included in one order fulfillment process. So these require close coordination of major functional groups, sales, accounting, manufacturing, and productions. So it needs a rapid flow of a lot of information within the firm or with external business partners, some such as logistic firms, and also with customers. So this is not only the cross-functional, also inter-organizational processes. Therefore, the efficiency of firm depends on how well its internal and inter-organizational business processes are designed and coordinated. So business processes can be a source of competitive strength, and it enables firm to innovate or execute better than its competitors. So how information technologies enhance business processes? So the information technologies can automate the manual processes to the automated business processes. So many of business processes formerly performed manually, such as checking a client's credit or generating an invoice and shipping order. Previously, all of these kind of business processes were performed manually. So the employees had to write write some documents in hand. But in these days, every company use some information systems that automates these kind of business processes. So there are so many processes in a business. So so companies firstly have to identify their business processes and they implement some information systems to manage and track such kind of processes throughout the company. And the information technologies can change the flow of information. So many people can access and share information freely through these kind of technologies. And it also replaces the sequential processes with the simultaneous activities. So as I said, many the employees in an organization can access the corporate information wherever they are or whenever they want through their mobile devices or some computers. So it can be so the information can be accessed simultaneously by multiple employees in the organization. So this can replace the previously sequential processes with the simultaneous activities. So this can eliminate the delays in decision-making processes in business. And the information technologies can transform how business works, and so it can derive new business models, such as, for example, the Apple Music has developed iTunes, so they changed the music distribution business models to the traditional music distribution model to the music streaming service. And maybe Amazon changed Amazon create new business models. They introduced firstly to ordering books online. So it was also based on the advancement of the information systems. Therefore, it is important to pay attention to the business processes. So to to make more efficient and effective business processes, we need to have clear understanding of how business actually works and how to change the business more efficient or effective by using the information systems. And this is the figure we have discussed in the previous lecture. it shows the hierarchical structure of a firm. So firms coordinate work of employees by developing hierarchy in which authority is concentrated. Authority and responsibility also is concentrated at top. So there are some kinds of many management levels and employees workers levels. So there are different needs for information for each group, for each level. So for example, senior management needs some summarized information so they can quickly inform about the overall performance, such as gross sales, revenues, sales by region, overall profitability. So they don't want to see some details, some many figures, many numbers about their daily transactions or some kind of detailed tables. They just want to know about their overall performance of their firm, so they can establish some general and some the more bigger view of their business performance, and they can make some strategy to improve their performance by using such kind of summarized information. And the middle management, actually they conduct plans and programs decided by senior management. So they need more specific information about the results of specific functional areas or some departments. So such as sales contacts by sales force or production statistics for specific factories or employment levels and costs. So this kind of information, more specific information, are required to conduct some plans or programs by the middle management. And operational management needs some transaction level information. For example, the number of parts in inventory each day, and number of hours each employee have worked. So operational management manage the daily operations, daily business operations. So they have some interest in such kind of transaction level information. And also the employees need some kind of information. So knowledge workers need external scientific database or internal databases with organizational knowledge. So they use some knowledge and use some scientific facts, some scientific knowledge to operate their work. So they need some maybe scientific knowledge usually exist outside the organization, so they have to access some external databases having some scientific or technical knowledges, and the production and the data workers I mean production workers need some access to information from production machines. So they actually produce some products or actually provide some actually produce some products or goods. So they have to know what is going on their production machines. So such kind of for example, some errors, what error is occurred on their production machines. So they have to know this kind of information. And the service workers need access to customer records to take orders or answer the questions from the customers. So all of the employees and managers in an organization have their own needs for information. Okay, then we can move to the business environment part. So businesses depend heavily on their environment for capital, labor, supplies, and more other things, such as new technology, new products and services, or some markets. And this figure shows the key actors in every business environment. So firm must monitor the changes in each environment and share information with these key actors, key entities. So there, we can divide these entities into two kinds: some global environment and immediate environment. The global environment includes some technology and science and economy, politics, international changes, and immediate environment includes customers, suppliers, competitors, regulations, stockholders. So the immediate environment are the ones we have already seen before in the previous lecture. So organizations have some environment related to this kind of immediate entities. Actually, so maybe okay. So the technology and science, for example, some music streaming technology or digital camera or ChatGPT, some AI models can be some of the technology and science environment, and for the economic change, for example, some labor rate or price inflation can be one of the economic change, and some foreign exchange rates can be one of the example of international change, and maybe government change is one of the example of politics change. So these kind of changes in the environment, the global environment, the businesses have to follow these kind of changes in global environment and have to establish their strategy to follow those changes and and change their business processes or operations to meet the changed requirements of the global environment. And they have to follow up the immediate environment changes in the immediate environment as well, but it is more immediately influenced the business performance of the firms. So they have more focus on the immediate environment commonly. Okay, these are the business environment, and so let's look into the role of information systems in a business. So firms invest in information systems to manage their internal production functions and cope with the demands of key actors in their environment. So overall, they use information systems in order to achieve the 6 business objectives. So we have discussed about these kind of objectives in previous lecture. So these 6 topics are the main reasons why the firms have to use information systems in their business. Okay, so the information systems the firms use in their business can be divided into 2 kinds of systems. So these, according to the management groups, the information systems serve. So first one is transaction processing systems. So TPS in short. This system keeps track of basic activities and transactions of organization. And another one is systems for business intelligence. These kind of systems address decision-making needs of all levels of management. So actually, the TPS, transaction processing systems, are mainly used by the operational management, and the systems for business intelligence are mainly used by some senior or middle management. So the management information systems, which is the title of this course, and the decision support systems and executive support systems are included in these systems for business intelligence. So, let's look into each of the systems more in detail. So the TPS, serves the operational managers. So it keeps track of elementary activities and transactions such as sales or receipts, cash deposits, or payroll, or credit ratings, and some flow of materials in a factory. Such kind of things, such kind of transactions are needed to be tracked by these kind of TPS systems. So the principal purpose of the TPS is to answer the routine questions and to track the flow of transactions through the organization. So, for example, how many parts are in inventory, and whether a customer meets the predefined criteria for granting credit. So TPS can answer these kind of routine questions. So managers need TPS to monitor the status of internal operations and firm's relationship with external environment. Moreover, TPS are major producers of information for other systems, such as management information systems. So the TPS produces some data about sales, payroll, or credit decisions, such things. And this kind of data are needed for other systems for other functional areas. So they can use this kind of data to record sales or to make some documents related to income statements or balance sheet, and some employee payment history, or something. So the TPS is the major producer, the main components, main systems to generate and collect some transaction level data and information. And the TPS is highly central to business operations and functioning. So, for example, failure of TPS, even for a few hours, can lead to the failure of the whole business. So the firm have to close when there is a failure in TPS. And perhaps for this is for other firms linked to the business. So, for example, what if UPS, the delivery company, UPS's packaging tracking systems not working? So many of other firms or other firms related to the UPS or the customers of UPS have a lot of some confusion with the failure of the package tracking systems, and it may be it may much it can it could lead to some failure of business. So even for a few hours, the TPS, the maintenance of TPS and how the TPS are working is very important for the business operations in every day. Okay. So this is the example of TPS for payroll processing. So this kind of payroll TPS keeps track of the money paid to employees. So a single transaction for this system is an employee timesheet, which records employee's name, ID number, number of hours worked per week. So it shows how employees log their work hours, and it includes regular hours and overtime. And in these days, this kind of systems are fully automated. So we also use this kind of systems. So for example, we use some electronic attendance system for the attendance of the class, and we use Dongguk Pass. And so the main system of our university can track when you enter the building of our university and when you leave, and the systems can keep track of such kind of information of of employees or students. So this can be some source of some basis of the evaluations of employees. So it can be used to evaluate some employees and analyze how well how much time employees worked, and these kind of information will be some basis of the payments, the payroll of each employee. So the payroll TPS updates the system's master file that maintains employee information by using the daily employee timesheet. And these kind of data are combined to create reports for management or some government agencies, and also to send paychecks to employees. Okay. So let's move on to the systems for business intelligence. The business intelligence can be regarded as data and software tools for organizing, analyzing, and providing access to data to help managers and other enterprise users make more informed decisions. So these systems can be used to address the decision-making needs of all levels of management. So many kinds of tools can be used as this business intelligence methods. For example, digital dashboard, or data mining, or machine learning, deep learning, or AI models can be used as the business intelligence methods. So first one is management information system. So we can call it MIS in short. So we previously defined MIS as the study of information systems in business and management. But this term also designates a specific category of information systems which serve middle management in an organization. So it provides middle managers with reports on firm's performance to help monitor firm and predict future performance. Its main job is to summarize and report on basic operations using data from the TPS. And it can provide weekly, monthly, annual results, as well as the daily or hourly data. Typically, these kind of systems are not very flexible and typically are with little analytic capability. So it can provide answers to routine questions specified in advance, and it have a predefined procedure for answering the routine questions. For example, summaries or comparisons. So they don't have to, they don't need to have some sophisticated mathematical models or statistical techniques. So maybe a total number of units of specific products which has been sold in a specific specified period, such kind of routine questions are only the questions that the MIS can answer. So this is the example of MIS systems. This shows the flow of information between TPS and MIS. So there are several TPS transaction processing systems for each functional area. Okay. So we have some order processing systems and material resource planning system, or a general ledger system. Actually, general ledger is about some account book that has records of all financial transactions of a company. So these kind of TPS deal with some transaction level data. So they store some transaction level operational information to the some of the files, and from this database, from these files, TPS delivers some sort of data, some useful data which can be used by MIS to answer some routine questions. So, for example, sales data or unit product cost or product change or expense data. So these kind of files are delivered to the MIS, and the MIS can produce some reports or answer some online queries or display some dashboard by the means of graphs or tables or some figures, so that the managers can examine and know about how well the overall business performance, how well the production is going on, and they can make some plans based on some reports or some dashboards. Okay. So this is the example of MIS report. So the managers can compare some actual sales for specific products and with the planned targets according to the sales regions. So this kind of report can be used to answer some simple routines. So it also it is about some summaries and comparisons only. Then how to make more sophisticated decisions, how to answer the complicated questions. So the managers use decision support systems. So decision support systems mainly serves middle management, and it supports more non-routine decision-making problems. So a solution may not be fully predefined in advance. For example, what is impact on production schedule if December sales double, or what would happen to our ROI, return on investment, if a factory schedule were delayed for some 6 months. So these kind of questions are non-routine and more sophisticated to answer. So and these kind of problems are not often happen. So not often happened, and these non-routine decision-making problems need more data or more basis for making reasonable decisions. So it often needs the use of external information as well as the data from TPS and MIS. So external information can be some current stock prices or product prices of competitors, such things. And there are two kinds of decision support systems: model-driven or data-driven. So model-driven decision support systems primarily rely on mathematical and analytical models to process data and assist in decision-making processes. These kind of systems use a model established in advance to simulate some various scenarios or predict outcomes or evaluate possible decisions. For example, there is voyage estimating systems. So global shipping company has this kind of systems. So it calculates financial and technical voyage details, for example, ship or time cost or freight rates for various types of cargo, or port expenses, or ship cargo capacity, speed, or port distance, fuel and water consumption. Such this kind of details are needed to make some decisions about global shipping. So actually, there are many mathematical models that can calculate this kind of financial or technical details. So the decision support systems, the voyage estimating systems, have some various mathematical and analytical models to calculate this kind of information. So this is one of the model-driven decision support systems. However, the data-driven decision support systems focus on accessing and analyzing large volume of data to support some decision making. So these kind of systems use data mining, business intelligence, or big data analytics to extract useful patterns, trends, insights that inform decisions from large amount of data. So, for example, there can be a marketing analysis systems, maybe in ski resort company. So this company have to collect and store customer data from call center or lift tickets or reservation or ski equipment rental stores. So this kind of data can be used to analyze to determine some value, revenue potential, and loyalty of each customer, which can help managers make better decisions. So actually, these kind of data-driven systems do not have some predefined models, but they collect many a lot of data and find out some useful insights or useful facts in the data. So actually, these two types of decision support systems are somewhat confused, but let's think what is the first. The model-driven systems primarily focus on the models, so it starts from the models, and the data-driven systems start from the data. So this is the difference between these two types of systems, decision support systems. And this is the example of voyage estimating decision support systems, but we have already discussed this example. So let's move on to the next systems for business intelligence. There is executive support systems. It serves senior managers. So these kind of systems address strategic issues and long-term trends. For example, what products should we make in 5 years, or what are the long-term industry trends? Such kind of questions are related to some strategies of firms and the long-term plans of the firms. So, in other words, it addresses non-routine decision making. So these kind of decisions uh, require some judgment, evaluation, and insight. So there is no agreed on procedure for arriving at a solution. It means that the solution is there is no best solution, but depends on current status, economic situations, changes in industry landscape. So these kind of issues are very non-routine and very sophisticated, complicated to solve. So it has to be dealt with by the senior managers who manage the long-term business strategy and the important decisions of the companies. So for the executive support systems, the managers typically use portal with web interface or digital dashboard to present some contents such as graphs, tables, or figures and data or charts. And these kind of systems summarize the information from MIS and DSS and some data from external events. So these systems filter, compress, and track critical data, display the information using various visualization tools to provide comprehensive understanding to senior managers so that they can analyze and forecast global and long-term trends in terms of regarding their business. So this is the example of digital dashboard, which is in the part of the executive support systems. So this is the example of the Valero company, which is the world's largest independent petroleum refiner company. So they use this kind of refining dashboard to display real-time data related to their plant and equipment reliability, inventory management, safety, and energy consumption. So managers can review the performance of each refinery, how each plan is performing compared to the production plan of the firm. So also, this digital dashboard can display the key performance indicators for managing a company, such as sales revenue or returns on investment, or some media utilization things. So there can be more there can be more detailed information in each part. Maybe sales revenue have more detailed informations, such as the sales by some regions or sales by department, such things. But in this kind of executive support systems, they are greatly summarized and provide only comprehensive information with few figures, few tables, so that senior managers can understand the current status of a firm at a glance by using this kind of dashboard. So there are other systems for linking the enterprise. So beyond the systems for business intelligence or transaction processing, we have to use some systems for linking each components in business. So we need to know how a business can manage all the information in these differing systems, how costly it is to maintain these many systems, and how these systems can share information. There are another systems that links this kind of information and links the different systems to maintain the systems and to share many information inside the business. So there are enterprise applications, which are the systems that span functional areas, focus on executing business processes across the firm, and include all levels of management. So these enterprise applications help businesses become more flexible and productive by coordinating business processes more closely and integrating groups of processes. So these systems focus on efficient management of resources and customer service. There are 4 major types of enterprise applications. Each of these applications integrates a related set of functions and business processes to enhance the performance of the organization. First, okay. So there are some enterprise systems, supply chain management systems, customer relationship management systems, knowledge management systems. So maybe you've heard about this kind of systems. So enterprise systems are enterprise resource planning, so ERP, and supply chain management system is SCM, and customer relationship management system is CRM in short, and knowledge management system is KMS. So maybe some of the professors in our Department of Management Information Systems, are research about some customer relationship management CRM. So you can find these kind of terms in the research areas of the professors in the Department of Management Information Systems. So it is a very common terms in this kind of in the MIS discipline. Okay, actually, as you can see in this figure, some of the enterprise applications integrate the business processes horizontally. So these kind of applications deal with multiple functional areas from sales and marketing to human resources, and some of them integrate vertically. So these kind of systems deal with multiple organizational levels, so from management to rank and file employees. So let's look into each application more closely. So the enterprise systems, also called the enterprise resource planning, ERP systems, integrate data from key business processes into from for the business functional areas into a single system. So actually, previously, the information are fragmented in many systems. So it dispersed across many part of the systems in a business. So maybe there can be some duplicates and some differences or conflicts can be occurred to a same employee or same product. So for example, or we have some email address, but previously our email address was stored in a specific department systems. So other department, the people in other department who want to know your email, they have to contact your department, and they get the information that they copy your email address from your department. So in this situation, there were two addresses, two email addresses of yours in two different departments. So they have to maintain this kind of information separately, independently. But in these days, this kind of situation, in this kind of situation, there can be some conflicts or duplicates. So maybe if you update your email address, you change your email address, your department can know that, but the other department cannot know what your current address is. So in these days, this kind of data is stored in a single comprehensive data repository of a business. So every part of the business can use the information whenever they want, and because there is only one information that is updated and managed by one single the enterprise level system. So that is the ERP. So by using the ERP systems, the firm can have speed communications of information throughout firm, and it enables the firms to have greater flexibility in responding to customer requests or greater accuracy in order fulfillment, and it enables managers to assemble overall view of operations. So using the ERP can have improved greatly in the business processes. And supply chain management systems, supply chain management systems manage relationships with suppliers, purchasing firms, distributors, and logistic companies. It manages shared information about some orders, production, and inventory levels. So its goal is to move correct amount of product from source to point of consumption as quickly as possible and at lowest cost. So the use of the supply chain management can increase from profitability by lowering costs of moving and making products by enabling managers to make better decisions about how to organize and schedule sourcing, production, and distribution. So and it also have the people in the organization have good relationships with their suppliers or their distributors or logistic companies, such external business partners. So these supply chain management systems are one type of inter-organizational systems because they automate a flow of information across organizational boundaries. So for example, we have discussed about the retail link system of Walmart in the previous lecture. So retail link system is one of the examples of these kind of supply chain management systems. Then there is customer relationship management systems also. It helps managers to have relationships with customers, good relationships with customers. So it provides information to coordinate business processes that deal with customers in sales, marketing, and customer service. So these systems objectives are to optimize their revenue or customer satisfaction and to increase customer retention, identify and retain most profitable customers, and increase sales. Okay, so one of the example of customer relationship management systems is AI chatbots used in the call center or customer service department. So this kind of systems have the organizations have good relationship with customers. So as we discussed, the good relationships with customers can make business more profit, and then they can sell more products to the customers. And lastly, there is knowledge management systems. This kind of systems manage processes for capturing and applying knowledge and expertise. So these systems collect all relevant knowledge and make it available wherever needed in the enterprise to improve business processes and management decisions. And it also link firm to external sources of knowledge. Some companies perform better than others do because they have better knowledge about how to produce or create some products or services. This kind of knowledge management systems can help these knowledge-intensive companies, such as big tech companies, so Google, Apple, or Microsoft, or AI solution companies, or electronic devices companies. So the knowledge is maybe the most important assets in today's business world, because maybe almost all of the firms use AI models and IT solutions, IT information technologies. So the knowledge that can link many kinds of data and knowledge that can be used to develop some AI-based model or AI-based services or processes. This kind of knowledge is very, very important especially in these days. Every firm have to follow up the advancement of the AI technologies. And also there are intranets and extranets. We actually have discussed about these intranets and extranets. So these are also some enterprise applications that create changes in the way firm conducts its business. So intranets and extranets are also some technology platforms that increase integration and expedite the flow of information within a firm and with customers and suppliers. So, as I mentioned, the intranets are the internal networks that are accessible only by people in an organization, such as employees and managers. So, using the use of internets make people in the organization have more convenient information sharing and more convenient conversation and some sharing data, such kind of things. And the extranets are small networks or company websites that are accessible only to authorized vendors and suppliers. So they are established to facilitate collaboration with external organizations. So these intranets and extranets can help the companies to have some opportunities to integrate important business data into a single system. Okay. And there are other enterprise applications. Okay, we need to know little about e-business, e-commerce, and e-government. So, okay, most firms are now enabled by or based on digital networks. So, it's the era of e-business. So, maybe most of companies can be included in e-business companies. So e-business refers to the use of digital technology and internet to drive major business processes. So it includes some activities for the internet, for the internet-based it includes activities for the internal management of the firm and for coordination with suppliers and other business partners. And e-commerce is also one of the components of e-business, which deals with buying and selling goods and services through internet. It includes some activities supporting those market transactions, such as advertising, marketing, customer support, security, delivery, and payment. So, and technologies associated with e-business can be adopted in the public sector and have actually brought similar changes in the governmental processes. So this can be referred to as e-government, which is the application of internet and networking technologies to enable government and public sector agencies' relationships with citizens, businesses, and employees and other organizations digitally. So in these days, governments on all levels are using internet technology to deliver information and services to citizen employees and businesses, so they can give citizens easier access to information and the ability to network with other citizens. So, this what about e-government? And then we can move on to the collaboration and social business part. And this collaboration can be occurred in every part of businesses. For example, if you are employees in a law firm, you have to collaborate with accountants in accounting firm when you need to deal with a customer with tax problems. And we can observe many kinds of collaborations between two or more companies in real world also. For example, Nike has collaborated with several luxury brands such as Louis Vuitton, Swarovski, Tiffany, and so on. Actually, Nike have used this kind of collaboration as one of their powerful business models. So we can observe many kinds of collaborations in real world. Collaboration is very powerful and effective strategy, business strategy. So what makes collaboration so important and effective in today's business? There are several reasons about that. So we can think of below topics about the importance of collaboration. So first one is changing the nature of work. The nature of work has changed from traditional factory manufacturing, when each process occurred independently, to today's work, which requires closer coordination and interaction among parties involved in production or involved in the organization. And we can think of growth of professional work. Really, interaction jobs tend to be professional jobs that require high education and sharing information and opinions to get work done. And changing organization of the firm is one of the reasons of growing importance of collaboration. Actually, in previous organization, it has hierarchical structure. So orders came down and responses moved back up to the hierarchy. But today's work is organized into groups and teams, so they have own method and strategies for accomplishing their work. So these changes in organization of the firm make more collaborations in an organization, and the collaborations can help the organization make more profits and more innovative and effective productions. So this is one of the reasons. And changing scope of the firm. Previously, many companies were located in a single region, but today, most of big companies occupy multiple locations around the world. So they need close coordination and collaborations in most of business processes, because their organization members are distributed and in dispersed locations. So it is very important to rapidly share their information and work together using some kind of virtual meeting systems or some social networking services. So in these days, actually people don't meet physically. They just share ideas or opinions or information using internet and some kind of virtual networks, and emphasis on innovation. So innovations can be derived from close collaboration with brilliant colleagues. So, for example, Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, such kind of brilliant leaders, brilliant innovative people we know, even they had some, even they had worked and they made their innovations with colleagues, best colleagues. So, for example, Bill Gates had worked with Paul Allen, who is another founder of the Microsoft, and Steve Jobs had worked with Steve Wozniak, who is co-founder of Apple. So this emphasis on innovation can make collaboration more important or so. And lastly, changing organizational culture can make collaborations more important as well. So most research on collaboration studies supports the notion that diverse teams produce better outputs faster than individuals working on their own. So this cultural change is also make people have more collaborations, because they can share their ideas or their opinions freely compared to the past. So from these reasons, collaboration is more collaborations has been more important strategy of the business, of running business. Then we are looking into social business. Actually, many companies enhance their collaboration by using social networking platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and internet corporate social tools. So the conversation is one of the most key components in social business. So actually, organizations can be defined as networks of conversations. So these conversations strengthen the bonds between customers, suppliers, and employees, because conversation increase emotional involvement in a firm. Actually, these conversations can be actively occurred through the social networking platforms. So many companies use this kind of social networking platforms, and in Korea, we have KakaoTalk, KakaoTalk applications in everyone's mobile phone. So actually, in an organization, many people have conversations using KakaoTalk, and they sometimes share the informations about their business processes or their business operations through the KakaoTalk. So it is very common in these days to use the social networking platforms to improve their efficiency in business operations, business processes. Actually, the social business require a great deal of information transparency. So people need to share opinions and facts directly without any intervention from executives or other other people. So maybe employees want to know about what customers and other employees think, and suppliers want to learn about opinions of supply chain partners, and as managers want to know how well employees are doing. So these kind of information have to be delivered directly, and there should be no other interventions in such sharing, such connections. So this kind of social networking, social business environment, if social business environment is successfully created, is likely to drive operational efficiency, spur innovation, accelerate decision making. So these are the applications of social business. So there are several applications we can have some social activities in the business form. So first one is social networks. As I mentioned, we use many kinds of social network platforms: KakaoTalk, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So people use social networks to connect their personal and business profiles, so that other members in the organization can know who are working with me, and what other people's expertise and skills, such things. So we can use social networks to connect teams or members in the same organizations. So crowdsourcing is one of the famous business applications of social business. So some companies want to collect knowledge from many diverse sources. So some companies open part of their business processes to crowd, so that they can generate new ideas and solutions. And shared workspace is also one of the many effective social business applications. So many companies use shared workspaces to coordinate some projects and tasks, or co-create content. So there is WeWork, the shared workspace company, that is representative example. So many companies, especially startups, are located in such shared workspace, so they can collaborate with other companies or collaborate with other people in the same building. So they can get many advantages from the collaborations by sharing their workspaces with others. There are also blogs and wikis. So these kind of applications can publish and can make people publish and rapidly access some knowledge. So many people discuss opinions and experience via blogs and wikis. So some companies use blogs or blogs as one of their channels to communicate with customers or other companies. And some companies maintain their own wikis to show their information, and the people can access the business information about the firm easily. And there are many file sharing applications such as Google Drive, Dropbox, or Microsoft OneDrive. So in these days, companies can upload, share, and comment on photos, videos, audio, text documents using this kind of file sharing services. And even documents can even be edited simultaneously by two or more people through these file sharing systems. So this can improve the efficiency of work very highly improved the efficiency of the work business operations, especially in collaborative work. And the social marketing can be one of the most influential marketing strategy in these days business. So many companies use social networking service as one of their markets. So this is very useful to derive customer opinions and insights so that they can know the needs of their customers and the trends of the markets. So in these days, how well companies can interact with customers through the social networking services becomes more important. And lastly, there are communities as a social business applications. So communities can be used to discuss topics in some open forums or share expertise. So today, with the advancement of e-business and e-commerce, online communities gain attention, many attentions from businesses. So what the benefits of collaboration and social business? So there is a general belief that the more collaborative a business firm is, the more successful it will be. So collaboration within or among firms is more essential than in the past. So investment in collaboration technology can return large rewards, especially in sales, marketing, and research and development. So for the table below shows the benefit we can get from the collaboration and social business. So for productivity, people working together can capture expert knowledge and solve problems more rapidly than the same number of people working in isolation from one another. There will be fewer errors. And for quality, people in working with collaboration can communicate errors, and they can correct actions faster than the people working in isolation. So collaborative and social technologies help people can reduce the time delays in design and production of their products or services. And for innovation, people working collaboratively can come up with more innovative ideas for product services and administration than people working in isolation from one another. And for customer service, people working together, people working with collaboratively can solve customer complaints and issues faster and more effectively than the people working in isolation. And in terms of financial performance, actually, as a result of all these kind of factors, such as productivity, quality, innovation, and customer service, collaborative firm can have superior sales and profitability and financial performance. So there are some tools and technologies for collaboration and teamwork. So email and instant messaging, such as KakaoTalk or Facebook message. And there can be wikis and virtual worlds and collaboration and social business environments, such as virtual meeting systems or cloud collaboration services and Microsoft SharePoint and IBM Notes, enterprise social networking tools. So as you know, the email is one of the most generally used tools in business. So we can share files or transmit messages using emails. And this can help the collaboration and teamwork. And wikis, wiki, maybe for example, Wikipedia. This is the tools to share some knowledge with many people. For the Wikipedia, any user can contribute and can edit content without knowledge of web page development or programming techniques. So this can be used to share information and about the business. And virtual worlds, some companies have used some kind of virtual world services for their online meetings or interviews, guest speaker events, and employee training. For example, there are some virtual world services such as Second Life, and in these days, metaverse technologies is one of the tools to implement the virtual world. So people can meet or interact and exchange ideas at virtual locations. And there are other tools such as virtual meeting systems. For example, such as Zoom or WebEx. Actually, I also use the WebEx system to record this lecture. So these kind of virtual meeting systems are very common in today's business. The people in the organization can collaborate, and they can watch the same content, and they can have online meeting by using this kind of virtual meeting systems. And there are some cloud collaboration services such as Google Drive or Dropbox. So the employees and managers, the people in the organization can share their files or share data using this kind of cloud storage, and then they can even edit the same documents simultaneously through the Dropbox or Google Drive share Google Drive service to collaborative work. And also there are some Microsoft SharePoint and IBM Notes or enterprise social networking tools to support some social business and collaboration of firms. Okay, these are the enterprise social networking software capabilities, but you don't need to know the details in this slide, but there are some abilities, there are some features that the enterprise social networking software can provide, such as profiles or content sharing, feeds and notifications, groups and teamwork workspaces, and tagging and social bookmarking, permissions and privacy. So using this kind of capabilities, enterprise, the business can have powerful ability to collaborate and businesses can improve their teamwork. Okay, then we need to think about how do you choose the right collaboration technology for your firm. So understanding what problem these tools are designed to solve is very important. So there is useful framework for evaluating and selecting collaboration tools. This is time space collaboration and social tool metrics. So there are two dimensions of collaboration problem, time and space. So for example, for time, maybe people in different time zones have to collaborate with each other. If people in different time zones collaborate with each other, time is clearly an obstacle to such collaboration on a global scale, because one person, one person is in the morning and other person in the night, so they have to they are in different time, so their work should have to be done asynchronously. So they cannot do work simultaneously. So it is kind of it prevent these people from the effective collaboration. So the time is matter, and also the place, the space is also matter. For example, as I mentioned, many firms in these days have physically distributed in many locations. So, for example, for collaboration, the people in an organization have to travel to another city or another country, even in the same company. So this space constraints is also one of the issues to have some collaborative work. So we can use this kind of framework to choose the right collaboration and social tool. Actually, the tools and technologies we have discussed before are although all of them are ways of overcoming these kind of limitations of time and space. So some of the technologies can provide more than one time-space scenario. So for example, IBM Notes have capabilities for both the synchronous interactions, such as instant message or online meeting tools, and asynchronous interactions, such as email, wikis, document editing. They have both capabilities. So you need to locate the technologies or tools you can possibly choose the candidates of the technologies. You have to locate each of them in each cell and compare their capabilities with your business plan and your requirements. So these are the 6 steps to-do list for evaluating and selecting collaboration tools. So you can follow these steps to choose the right and appropriate collaboration tool by using this framework. Okay, then we have to move on to the systems for knowledge management. So we don't have much time, so I briefly explain this part. So collaboration will be less effective and efficient if the relevant knowledge is not available. So so maintaining and collecting the appropriate knowledge is more important, most important things to do, things the companies have to do. So in this situation, the knowledge management systems can be used to address these kind of needs. So there are structured and tested knowledge. Structured knowledge means that the knowledge written down in the document. So the formally structured and written down as the document. So every employees or managers can read the knowledge, can obtain the knowledge from the structured documents. But testing knowledge is some expertise or experiences or some know-hows of organization members that has not been formally documented. So it can be delivered from person to person or mouth to mouth. So this kind of knowledge can be also collected or stored in the systems. For example, some presentation slides or some meeting video or some emails, some graphics or memos. Every kind of knowledge can be stored in the data repository of the business. So this kind of knowledge are managed by the systems for knowledge management, knowledge management systems. Okay, and the information systems department, which is the department in charge of all of the things related to the information systems. So there are some programmers who write the software instructions for the computers, and system analysts who have communications between the information systems groups and the rest of the department, rest of the organization, and information systems managers who are the leaders of teams of programmers and analysts, or project managers, or other physical facility managers, such something like this kind of managers. And there are senior managers related to the information systems, such as CIO, Chief Information Officer, and CSO, Chief Security Officer, and CPO, Privacy, CKO, about knowledge, CTO, so about data. And the end user. End users refer to the users who use the information systems, and maybe out of the employees and managers can be end users. Okay, surely this is the end of today's class, and we will learn about these objectives in next class. So actually the time is over, so see you soon. See you in the offline class. Thank you.